Hi, I'm Kalyn Markey, an intern at Keep Charlotte Beautiful down here in Florida, an affiliate of Keep America Beautiful. One of our goals is to keep our county beautiful through environmental education by teaching youth just like you. On today's education mini-series, we will be talking about litter and beautification. This is an adapted lesson from the Waste in Place curriculum titled Litter Evaluation. The materials you will need for this lesson is 5 commonly used items you already have in your home. This can include food scraps, aluminum cans, plastic bags, plastic water bottles, or any kind of items that you already have around your house. You also need some craft supplies that you may have at home, like markers, glue, pipe cleaners, googly eyes, anything you would like. First, I'll go through a short presentation to give you some background information, and then we will show you an example of our activity. All right, so let's get started. Do you know what beautification means? It means to make visual improvements to an area. For example, planting flowers, trees, and edible gardens. Through research, Keep America Beautiful has found that beautifying an area prevents littering. All right, let's do step 1 of the activity. So, I've got 5 items here. I have a Hershey candy wrapper, plastic straw, a chip bag, orange, and a water bottle. So I'm gonna ask my students to rank these items in what they think is least harmful to the environment to most harmful, all right? So we're going least harmful, the least amount of effect on the environment, to the most effect on the environment, all right?
Okay.
So let's...
You're first. Okay. The orange is going to go first because it's gonna be the least.
All right,
harmful.
So you think that's the least harmful?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
What's next?
Fish can get trapped inside of this, so it's gonna be.
What do you think? There you go. Is that your final answer?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so tell me why you put the straw next.
It's because it can't fit all the way down your throat and it can't fit in your mouth.
So how would that impact the environment though? Like if I were to throw that on the side of the road?
It would take a long time to disintegrate. This would take a longer time because it's bigger.
Okay. Okay, so we think size has a matter. What about this one? What about the candy wrapper?
Like, it's because it was used and there could be still chocolate in there and the animals could eat it and it could be bad for the animals.
Okay, okay.
And the chip's gonna be last because like something very big, something can get stuck inside of it and there's still like little pieces of chips in there.
Okay, so we think that that's because it's much bigger, it's more harmful for the environment? Okay.
So my opinion?
Yep. All right, so now we're gonna see Ramsey's opinion on what she thinks is least harmful to most harmful. All right, so why'd you make the switch?
Well, this is really small, and I feel like plastic, it's like harder and probably more. I mean, this is like a type of plastic, but I feel like it'd be harder to disintegrate. I mean, this would be harder.
All right, so.
And then this is just really tall, so.
Okay, so again, size and height has to do with what we think is most to least harmful. What do you think would have the most effect? All right, so I'm here to tell you guys that actually there is no good kind of litter. It's actually all got its own bad effects, even an orange, all right? If I were to take this orange or an orange peel or pieces of this orange and throw it out my car window on the side of the road, what do you think would happen?
It could hit an animal and the orange juice can go in its eye.
All right, it could hurt an animal, for one. And also, it could also hurt an animal because if an animal is walking through the woods and they smell this orange by the side of the road, they're either going to try to cross the road to get to this orange, or they're going to get right on the side of the road to get to this orange, and then that could lead to roadkill, which is a whole nother problem. You did have a piece of orange that was thrown away, that was littered, and then now you've got a dead animal on the side of the road. Another big problem. And of course, our plastics are bad because they take a very long time to break down. So everything has its own bad effects.
That's why this was second.
Yep, everything has its own bad effects on the environment, even what we think is okay. All right?
This was made from the earth, so it actually kind of does less, but it can still hurt an animal.
That's good. That's a good way to recap. So yes, it does come from the earth, so it's an organic material. You're right. And it, like you said, it still can hurt our animals, all right? So let's go to part 2 of the activity. Litter has harmful effects on the environment. So now let's do some of our own research to learn more. All right, for the next part of the activity, we've chosen our mascots, the items of our choice.
Water bottle.
Yes, we got a water bottle, a chip bag, and a straw. We're gonna look up and ask, can it be recycled? If so, what can it be turned into? And if not, where should it go? How often am I littered? And then we'll come back for our finished decorated items and those answers. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, now we're back after decorating our items, and we're gonna go one at a time, showing how we decorated our mascot, and then reading off what we found out, all right? So I'll go first. So I had a straw, and I decorated him. He looks like a nice little person. All right, so from what I found is that this straw cannot be recycled, and it goes to the landfill, cannot be composted or recycled. And one study said that 8.3 billion straws pollute the world's beaches. I did not know that. Some interesting facts about this little guy. All right, so you're up next. You're up next, yeah.
Thank you. This is a bunny, and this is my creation.
What'd you find out about it?
It can be recycled. T-shirts and sweaters and jackets.
Is what? T-shirts, sweaters, and jackets is what it can be turned into, right?
Yeah.
That's what it can be turned into after it's recycled.
80% of plastic water bottles become litter.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than we have. This is our last water bottle.
Yep. All right, that's good. All right, so now let's go on to next and last one.
Okay. This is my cat out of a potato chip bag. This potato chip bag cannot be recycled. It goes to the landfill. I could not find anything about how often it is littered, but it can take 80 years to decompose.
Wow, so if it was littered, that's how long it would take sitting on the side of the road. If it was left untouched,
It would be a long time.
just to decompose. Well, that's a lot. All right, so thank you guys for that part of the activity. All right, and so now let's get into the last part where we check what we know. All right?
Okay.
Okay. All right, so now let's check what we learned. Let's see. I asked Hadley to write some sentences for me. What do you have written down?
It can take 100 years to decompose one bottle. If you plant the bottles, it's good for the earth.
Okay, yeah, it may take longer than 100 years, right? It may take a long time to break down one bottle. But you're absolutely right. By picking up those bottled waters, those bottles of water, we can help keep our home and school beautiful for longer, right?
Yeah.
Very good. What do you have to say, Ramsey?
It said, I know that littering can not only kill animals, it can also make the world not as beautiful. And if it takes a chip bag 80 years to decompose, there's going to be a lot of chip bags making our environment non-beautiful for 80 years each.
Oh yeah, that's a really good point. If we got a bunch of chip bags laying around and they take that long to decompose, and if they don't get picked up, it's gonna make for one pretty unhealthy environment, right? All right, so thank you guys, that was great. All right, so you want to say bye?
Bye.